Hi, this is Keshav here. I'm back with a very important concept in Power BI, that is streaming dataset. Let's see how it works. Let's get started. Basically, Power BI supports three types of real-time datasets: push dataset, streaming dataset, and PubNub streaming dataset. I'm not going deep into these datasets, but let me give few pointers about them. Push dataset, it will just pushes real-time data into Power BI services. In Power BI services, there will also be a database created, and this data, whatever the data being pushed through push dataset, will be stored in that database. So this can be used for real-time streaming as well as for reporting purpose as well, because the data being pushed will also be stored in a database. So in case if you guys want to create report by using that data, of course you can do that. Streaming dataset, it will just pushes real-time data into Power BI services. It never be stored anywhere in the services. It will store only temporarily in the cache. It never be stored permanently in Power BI services. The last dataset, that is PubNub streaming dataset, it's also like streaming dataset. It never be stored anywhere in Power BI services. It will stream the data from PubNub data stream. All right, let's get started with a small demo. So today what I'm going to do is I want to monitor my machine performance by pushing the required metrics into Power BI by using streaming dataset in Power BI. Let's get started. So for the same purpose, I created Powershell Query here. This Powershell Query, what it does, it will pull the data from my machine, that is real-time data, that is CPU usage, total memory available, and memory usage. So those metrics will be pulled by using this PowerShell query. Let me execute this query. Let's see what result I'm getting. All right, I'm getting date, time, CPU usage, total memory available, total memory, total physical memory, and free memory available, and then memory usage in percentage. All right, but it's giving only one time result. But what is our requirement? Our requirement is to keep pulling the data continuously from my server, and the data should be pushed to Power BI streaming dataset. But this query is not working that way, right? So let us keep that query in loop, that is infinity loop, so that it will be keep on executing. I'm just keeping complete query inside the loop. Let's see how it works. Let me execute. All right, it's continuously pulling the data. Yeah, it's working as per our expectation. Okay, fine. It's continuously pulling the data. That's fine. So now we need to create a link between this PowerShell query and the streaming dataset. Let's see how we can do that. So let's jump into Power BI services. I already logged into my Power BI services here. Let me take you guys into my personal workspace. I'm in my personal workspace now. On top there is option to create new report, dashboard, dataset, streaming dataset. Even if you want to upload a file, you can do that. Let's go for the option streaming dataset. As I said initially, right, Power BI supports three streaming data sets. Those are push, Azure Stream, and PubNub. So I'm not discussing anything about Azure Stream and PubNub here. I'm gonna cover push dataset by using API. Let's get started. Just selecting API. Say next. There you need to provide your dataset name. I'm gonna provide dataset name as monitor server. Okay, down there you can add required fields to your dataset. I'm gonna add few fields. Date. Let me convert into date time. Then time. Let me make it date time again. Then few other fields like total memory in GB. Let me make it number, and then available memory in GB. Okay, let me make it number as well. The next field is memory usage in percentage. Let me create field for that. Again, make it number. The final field is CPU. Let me create one field for CPU as well. So whatever the resources I want to track, I'm creating respective fields here. All right. Let me convert this to number. If you come down, based on the fields those we created, there is JSON query built with default values. All right, that's fine. If you come all the way down, there is one option, historic data analysis. If you want to make it on, of course. If you want to do historic analysis later, that's okay. Let me on it. Say create. Done. Yeah, as I said, we are going to push the data using PowerShell to Power streaming dataset. Okay. So to make a connection between PowerShell and our streaming dataset, we need to create an endpoint. So there is PowerShell endpoint created. Let me copy this. I'm gonna copy this endpoint link. For now, I'm just pasting it over in Notepad. Let's see, I'll come back and use it later. So, okay, done. All right, say done. Yeah, our streaming dataset is ready. Now, whatever the data we are, pulling through streaming dataset, we need to visualize in Power BI, right? So for that, let us create one dashboard here. Say new dashboard. Give our dashboard name as same. I'm gonna give same name. Of course, if you want to give different name, of course you can give. Okay, fine. So there is dashboard created. Now we need to add visuals, required visuals to our dashboard. So there is option here. If you click on ellipse button, you can add required tiles. Add tile, click on real-time data, say next. Select our streaming dataset as a source. Yeah, this is our streaming dataset. Say next. So there are different visuals, those you can add. I'm gonna add card data visual because I want to display total memory in GB. So you can give the title as well, total memory. Yeah, say apply. There is one pop-up here if you want to convert this dashboard to phone view. You don't want to create phone view dashboard. That's okay. Just ignore it. You can go and add the tile here. Okay, let me add one more tile for different metric. This time I want to add card again for available memory. Yeah, done. All right. So if you want to change the name for your visual, you can give title, or else by default field name will be the title. Yeah, all right. Next, add one more tile. I'm going to add one more tile, same as card only, because I want to create a few more metrics. This time I'm going to create card for usage percentage, memory usage percentage, memory used in terms of percentage. Okay, fine. All right, I'm going to add one more tile to display CPU usage. Select monitor server for CPU. Done. Let me give the title. All right, all summary level metrics are done. Now I want to add a few charts, chart visuals. Okay, let me go ahead and add tile for charts. Go to real-time data again, monitor server. Here your visualization type should be chart type. It could be line chart, clustered bar chart, or clustered column chart. Let me go for clustered column chart. Even if you want to add gauges also, of course you can. I'm going to add clustered column chart. Here legend, I'm going to add time, and the value I'm going to add here is available memory in GB. Okay, let me add. And if you want to give title, of course, yeah, apply. I'm going to add one more visual, and that is for CPU. Okay, let me add one more chart. That is again clustered column chart. Under cluster column chart, legend should be time. Again, the value is CPU this time. Okay, so next, if you come down here, there'll be one option, time window to display. Okay, by default it's 1 minute. I want to just of course we can go for 1 minute. Let's see later if you want to change, you can change. As of now I'm not changing anything. Say next. If you want to give title for your chart, CPU versus time. All right, so my dashboard is ready with all visuals those I require to monitor our server health. Indeed, this is very important requirement. Of course, most of you guys might get in your project to monitor any critical server health. Okay, fine. Our dashboard structure is ready. Now let me push the data. To push the data, as I said, right? So we need to create the link between this PowerShell query and streaming dataset. How do you do that? For that, there is one endpoint created. If you guys remember, there is one endpoint created. I copied it here. Let me, copy and paste it over there in our query. Inside the loop, I'm gonna paste this in PowerShell query window. All right, fine. Now, if you observe, right, these all fields are created with the default values, but we need to replace those default values with the parameters those we created in PowerShell query. All right, so let me replace this parameter over there for date field and the time field as well. The default value should be replaced with time parameter, and I'm gonna replace total memory default value with total memory parameter, and then next available memory I'm gonna replace with free memory in GB, then used memory in percentage. Okay, I'm gonna replace this with memory usage memory used percentage parameter. Then finally CPU, I'm gonna pass the value through computer CPU. There is one parameter computer CPU. All right, so I passed all required parameters to the fields. Now our fields should get the value from the parameters. All right, let's comment those parameters for now. All right, we are done with our query part. Now let's go back to our services. As of now, nothing is there. All visuals are there, but there are no any values currently. Let's start our query. Let's see. Our query is pulling the data. All right, it's pulling the data from my machine. Let's see whether this data is being pushed into Power BI dashboard or not. Let's go back to Power BI services. All right, it's working fine. So we could see that total memory is 8 GB, available memory is only 4 GB, memory used percentage is 52% is used, and CPU you could see that it's keep on changing. All right, below there are charts, available memory versus time. For every second, what are the memory is there, just it's being pulled over here, and CPU as well. Okay, if you look at these charts, right, those are very clumsy, so it's hard to understand and it's very hard to see the difference, right? Looks very clumsy, really hard to differentiate, if there is any spike in memory or maybe spike in CPU, right? Okay, let me edit this tile. Go to edit. One good thing is while this your data set is it is in live, still you can modify your tiles if you want to modify. Okay, so come all the way down here. If you look at the time window, right, to display, as of now it is 1 minute. Let me pull only for last 10 seconds or maybe 5 seconds. In fact, let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's at least clear now. We can understand that. Okay, if there is spike, there is decrease in CPU usage or increase in CPU, it's clearly visible that we can differentiate that. So same way, let's change this to seconds. Edit and all the way go down. Convert this to 5 seconds. Say apply. It will pull only last 5 seconds. So Of course, there is a much difference in memory usage, but because I'm not doing any activity on my machine, right? So if I'm doing something, so of course you can see some difference. All right, this is how our streaming dataset works. I hope you guys are clear. Our query also keep on running. If you stop, automatically our streaming dataset will be stopped. Yeah. So whatever the memory and the CPU usage at that moment, that will be stayed on your screen. If you again go back and start, again it will start streaming the data. All right, it's changing again. Okay, I hope this is clear for you guys. So this is really a very important feature if you want to use in your project. In fact, there will be many cases where we have to monitor our server health. Maybe I feel this is best feature to use for that purpose. That's it for today. I hope this is really helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe and opt for notifications so that you will be getting notification whenever I publish new video. Thanks a lot. Let's see. We'll meet again with a new different concept. Okay. Until then, see you. Bye bye.